We're going to adjust the curvature of the hood, and we're also going to create this part down here. So if we take a look at the curvature of our hood, we look at front view and we compare it to this right here. You can see the hood has quite a lot of upward curvature, and even here you can see the shading where it has a nice rounded curve at this point. And on our model it's not quite that way, like this is more flat, this needs to be more of a rounded shape, and the same with up here, this needs to be more of a rounded shape. So what we're going to do is just take some of these vertices and we're just going to move them up. You can do Z for wireframe if you want, and just take these, move them up, and move these up too. Another thing we're going to do is actually change the position of these so that we can have a better shape. So I'm going to take this one, just do G to move it, and just bring it over here. Do the same with this one, just use G, and we're going to start repositioning these so that we can create a better shape. And I'm actually going to bring this one up more because we need that rounded shape to capture that curvature on the front of this. So this looks pretty good. We're going to take this one. See, this isn't really round. We need to round this off a bit more. And I'm going to just adjust this one some as well, and probably bring this down slightly just to give this a better shape. Just continue adjusting things until you're happy with the shape of it, and then you can get out of edit mode just by pressing tab, go to object mode and take a look at it. So we do have that shape that's nicer, and it does kind of flatten out a little. Like if you look at the picture, theirs flattens out a bit more than ours, but I think this is going to be alright. You'd have to add in another edge loop to make this a bit flatter. So I think this will be fine. So the next thing was to create this part down here, and for that really all I did was just take these three vertices, so get these three, E to extrude, right click to cancel, just bring them down. I'm just going to bring them straight down. Like there's kind of like this lip out here, like I think it comes out a little and then it goes down and curves like this. But for now we're just going to bring this straight down, and that'll be fine. And then we're just going to do E to extrude again. We're going to bring this down to here, and I'm going to take these two, I'm just going to bring them in this direction a bit, and I'm going to take these as well. We're going to move these forward quite a bit, and then just bring this one closer to the center of that part. Then the next thing to do is to just try to make this line up a bit better, because this kind of curves in, so we need these to like curve in to match up better with the wheel arch here. You can even go to front view if you want, just by pressing 1 on the number pad, Z for wireframe, and just kind of get the same angle as the wheel arch in this area. And then we're just going to fill this in real quick. So we're going to take these 4, just press F, and we're going to take all these are actually 5, but we're just going to take it and press F. And then these two we're just going to do J to join, so we have a little triangle here. The wheel arch part here kind of like fades out, so this will kind of give it that fading out effect. Next really is just adjusting these so that you have a smoother curve, because like you see, this is not really a smooth curve at all. So basically you just want to take the ones that are not really that smooth, try to smooth it out, make it like more of a rounded shape here. You can bring some of these in a little bit if you want to. Try to match up a little bit better with this here. This one I'm actually going to bring up some and maybe in some, and that'll be fine for that. This one I think I'm going to bring in on this direction, and maybe just adjust some of these just to keep a little bit better spacing between everything right here. And then just take a nice look at it in object mode here. Maybe bring some of these back slightly just to give it a bit more shape rather than having it perfectly flat. So I think that looks alright. That's not too shabby. But just look at yours. Like if you have stuff sticking out like this, kind of sticks out a bit far, maybe I'm going to bring that one back a little just so it's not so much of an extreme angle right there. I think that looks alright. That's a bit better than it was. So that looks pretty good. Just gonna save it once you're happy. Just go to File and Save. Thank you to our awesome Patreon supporters. If you'd like to become a Patreon supporter yourself, head on over to patreon.com/StephenBrooks. Thank you for your support.